Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to an edition of of Awesome Calls Trading live webinar recap. I'm AJ. I'm one of the mods in this great chat room full of great people: Darksider, Janny, JT, James, Palmer, Adam, the News, Raphael, uh, Dave the Trader. Uh, just, uh, just, just a wonderful room to be in. Jenny opens up in the morning. Dark side and Jenny take over in the afternoon when I do take off for a couple hours for a little nap. But today, again, it was a phenomenal day to trade. And I want to say a shout out to Adam News in our room, letting us know that the market was selling off on these peaks this morning. Just he really nailed it for us, and I just can't say enough about this great gentleman. I mean, the stocks just. I mean, I watched Tesla go from 600 to 500 when he made the call. I mean, it was just it was great. But there's a lot of team effort, um, and that's what we are. We're a team in here. We want you to succeed, even when the markets are volatile. I think it's interesting in our chat room, in our family in here. We actually excel to another level when the market starts to sell off or more volatile. The more volatile it is, the more we stand out. And I can't tell you the amount of chat rooms that I've seen not only not trade, actually are taking off for a week, still charging subscribers money, mind you. I'm seeing them making. I saw one trader blow $40,000 on a TVX trade, trying to go short it or long it against the market or whatever. Um, and I just seen rooms just basically shut down and say, I literally write to their clients, I cannot trade this market. It's too volatile for me. And I've always said this: volatility creates opportunity. And in Awesome Calls Trading, this is what we live by. It's all about range, but it's all about knowing the market. Really, even the most volatile market, it's about understanding the market. What's the market going to do? How is it going to react? And learning from it. I've been doing this for just about 16 years of my life. And because I put my life into this, I really do feel the market. I understand it. Case in point, okay? The market is down 2,100 shares, 2,100 points, correct? After hours, the stocks were plummeting 600 more. Do you know what I did yesterday? While all of you were talking about what the market did, okay? I went and bought the market. So I started nibbling Apple, Facebook, Roku, and I was buying. Uh, Now, the beauty of it was uh, by the time when I made the buy, when they closed out, this is what it was showing on the P&L when they closed out at 5 o'clock my time. But when I was buying, like Apple, I was actually buying Apple at 236.78. I was buying Shop at 362.50. This is why you see Shop up $422 or $312 because it closed out at 374.98, and I had bought it at 362. Keep in mind, I was only doing 25 shares. I bought Roku. Now, Roku, I put in 25 shares, and but they only filled me five, as you can see. And I got Roku at 72.25. Facebook longed it at 151.90, and Facebook at 5 o'clock when the thing closed. Facebook closed out at 152.50, so it showed me up $15 on 25 shares. So, and then TDD was long at 184. So, and when it closed, TDD closed at 187, which made it 25 shares, $75. Now, when I took these positions, I had two ways to work. I was going to wake up and be green, which I felt after a $2,100 spy Dow down plus an additional 600. I felt we were going to get a decent rebound, a rebound that would feel good. Uh, you know, put a little bit of love back in these stocks. I did not think we were going to come in and open up with another thousand points down. However, I play small. Okay. So I calculate when I make a trade, I'm already calculating what I'm willing to add and where I'm going to wake up to. So if I have 25 shares, right, I know that if I wake up and Apple's down 10, I'm going to lose 250. If Facebook is down 10, I'm going to be down 250. If Shop is down 20, I'm down 500. If TDD is down 10 more, I'm down 250. So I know waking up, I can literally be down 1500 to 1700. But if I would have done 50 shares across the board, then I would have been down 3400. And that's not how I trade. I don't trade like that, right? The other option I had was if they were down another 10 more points, I was okay to add to those positions. In other words, if Apple was going to open up at 225, I was going to add 25 shares. My average would have been good because then I would have known the stocks were going to probably pop at the open on those short covers. Shop was the bigger one, but I took a chance and I still felt, well, I could be down 20 at the 340 range, which it has room to go. And so I was willing to say, okay, I'll be down about on Shop. I was going to be down what 50, 500, but I was okay with that because I was just going to add 25 more shares. Facebook, if it was down to 140 level, I was going to add 25 more shares. At TDD at 174, I was going to add 25 more shares. So then my positions would have been 50. I still would have been down probably $2,000 for the day, but all I needed was a bottom curl ramp, and I would have been done for the day. Well, as you know, we woke up, and the whole purpose of me buying these stocks was because I felt the market was going to pop today. So I wake up, and voila, clockwork. Okay, here, I'll show it to you. So I wake up, and here you go. Now, I sell I sell TDD from 184, 183 entry to 202. I sold my Roku, even though I was upset, I only got 580. From 70, what was it? 72, whatever I bought it, 72.25. Facebook, 151, sold it for 10 points. Shop, 362, sold at 400. Apple, right? Apple was 236, sold at 258, right? So P&L, 1,234.57. This is what I explained about yesterday in our room. Green is green regardless of the amount. It's not about who's trying to race to be the richest person first in day trading. It's not about that. It's about your own individuality. If $1,000 a day makes me happy, then why can't I just be happy? You know, if another person wants to make 3,000 a day or 5,000 a day or 10,000 a day, all the power to them. But what I don't do is I'm not a gunslinger. I'm not up one day and then down 25,000 the next day. I'm not up 6,000 one day and in front of everybody I'm down 34,000 because I don't know how to play the TVIX or UVXY. We're not gunslingers. Why I've lasted in this business, especially over the last 8 to 10 years, is consistency. I'm all about paying my bills, living a good life, and playing within my own means. If I want to make 1,000 or more, then I will. But for me, once I hit that 1,000 area, I'm very careful what I want to take. So at that point, when the market opened, I did feel like after I sold everything, I felt we were going to get a little bit more of a push in pre-market to the open because we want to limit up, and then we were going to get the gap fill sell-offs. All right. And then when the gap fill sell-offs came, if you notice on this batch, I don't have any Tesla. I needed it. I wanted to do one more trade, and I always have to trade my Tesla. So I went over here and I traded Tesla, right? I was waiting, I was waiting, I was waiting, I was waiting, right? I was waiting, and market opened, stock pulled. Now, what I did on Tesla is I actually went long right here, and what happened was sometimes our platforms are really, really bad. So I went long right here, and it yanked me, and it didn't feel me. I did a market order. It did not feel me for about 20 seconds. By the time that 20 seconds had passed, so I basically was pulling down. I ended up down 439, chopped off my P&L. So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to wait. So I waited for my opportunity, which I always do, and the stock sold off, and I went long right here. I got back all my money, and I was down $84. So I just needed one more trade to balance out and put me at 100 ahead. So I waited for this play right here, and it pulled. I went long. I clicked it. It went up 7, 8 points. I got money on it, and now you could see the end result right here. I think it was Tesla. It was one of these. I think it's actually the 1668, isn't it? Or the Yeah, I think it's a 60 because I got all my money back and then profited. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Anyway, so this is my P&L for today. I did everything live in front of everyone. I don't hide anything. All right, very transparent. I told you what I was taking overnight. I showed you in detail. This is really important in day trading. I'm a day trader. I trade the action. I inform you what I'm doing. I let you know what I'm doing. But the same token, I'm informing you what I feel the markets are going to do. There's nothing like, and I keep stressing this over and over and over. 25 shares and you make over $500 on 25 shares. 25 shares to you is probably nothing, especially if some of you have large accounts, but 25 shares is nothing on these stocks. But because I nibbled on each one, I was prepared mentally what it was going to do if the market was going to pull, and therefore I was willing to add and or play the gap up in the morning, and I won on the gap. The only thing I wish I could have done was I could not get Tesla filled yesterday. I put it in at 5:14 after hours, and it would not fill. And with Tesla, I was okay right here after hours, right there. I was trying to go long right here. You see this 5:14 right there? I was trying to go 5:14, and then I chased them to 5:15, and it still wouldn't fill after hours. And actually, it was right here. I could not get these fills at 5:15. They just started moving up. But I wanted to take 25 shares, and I was okay if I woke up and Tesla was at 475. I calculated on that one I would be down about 25 points, so that would be the big one, down 1,000. But I trade Tesla so well that I know I can make that money back. I've done it many, 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 many times, and there was many opportunities to do that anyway if I was down. But I didn't get filled, and if I had of, I probably would have closed out my platform because it went up over 70 points. And 70 points on 25 shares is over $1,500. So it would have been a nice win. But hey, I tried. Um, so those were my overnights. Then this morning, um, I basically told everybody, okay, we have a limit up now. So I woke up and everything was green. I was like, wow. And okay, so now that we have a limit up on SPY, that means here's the SPY halt right there. So we got it pushed, right? So now I'm thinking, okay, wait for the market to open, small push, and then the sell-off. So what I did is I designed the plays today in the chat room for that simple reason I didn't want anyone shorting the stocks until they hit certain levels. Okay. So in other words, if Docu's sitting at 83, 84 pop at the open, once it hits 81, short the stock to 72. Once Kodak hits 1250 to 13, this one, the bio play, the coronavirus plays were simple. Um, to me, at 12, 15, 13, Codex was going to sell off down to 10 and under. The stock hit 10. That was it. And if you want to look, it literally hit 10 on Kodak. It was too easy. There's 10. That level 10 and under. Bottom curl and then long. So here's your short right here at 13, at 1250 to 13. Simple trade. Jay made over like $1,600 or $1,200. Indio was just as simple for me. Indio was basic. I wanted 850 pop at the open and a short to 7. I mean, that was just a no. These are two no-brainers. I could do these all day long. But it puts thousands of dollars into traders' pockets. That's all that matters. I do have a swing idea. I'll give it to you free on the video, but I gave it to the room. Um, Goldman Sachs has put a $28 price target on AMRN. It is a buying opportunity. Anything in the 12s or under, the more it pulls, if the market wants to pull it, the more. They love this stock. I do see $16 to $18 over the next few days. Probably the next week we'll start to see it. Today we got lucky enough in the stock because of the market. The stock almost hit $11.10. It would have been a great add if you had some at 13, added at 12, added at 11. You would have a 12 average, and the stock is right now $12.23. Um, then the other stocks that I went to were basically okay. Now we caught into the market ones. All right, the Teslas, the shops, the Apples, the TDDs, the Facebooks, the Netflix, the Nvidias. Now we're gapping up 15, 20, 30 points across the board. So I automatically know we're going to get a decent sell-off, but I didn't want traders to nail the shorts yet until we knew the toppings. And the reason for it is because we had a limit up in the market. I did expect a little bit of a pop. Once these broke through certain areas, we were going to get the big short. Case in point, Tesla. All right, it's already sitting at 610. I want our 608, 607 in the morning. I want a little bit more to 610. But if it snaps 595 at the open, you're going to get 570 to 575. So that's a 20-point trade right there. You're going to get automatically. Shop was already sitting at 410. I wanted to give a little bit room to 412, but if it snapped 390, the stock was going to come down hard for about 10 or 15 points or more. So in our room, I basically gave you the area where if it hit here, the stock was going to pull. Apple, again, same thing. I would like it's sitting at 268 this morning. Okay, let it room to 270, but if it snaps 260, if it snaps 264, the stock will plummet to 258 to 260. TDD, another one right here, gapping up 18. All right, so on TDD, I predicted a 212 pop, but if it broke the 205 level, you were going to get 200 and under. That one hit 184. Netflix, this was a beauty. I made good money on Netflix today. Netflix was simple. It was already sitting at 333 in pre-market. If it hit 334, 336, look for that. Otherwise, if you want to short it, wait for the pull back. If it was going to short, the stock would come down to 320, 322. If you wanted to wait for it, waited for the 329 area to watch. Once it snapped that, you were going to go down to 320, 322. The stock hit 307. Actually, it hit 320, 318, 315. We bounced it. And NVIDIA, again, same type of thing. Pop at the open to 236, then short it, take it down to 223. NVIDIA hit 236 at the open, per my predicament, and then came down to $225 area initially. So everything was designed for you to make money. Every trade. This was 100% on the record for quality of trades and ideas. But now as you see the charts, how they all set up. So again, Kodak, short to 10. There's the 10. Tesla, breaks 590. There's the 590 snap. This is what we call a snap in our industry. Snap, boom, there's 550. It's a 40-point snap, just like that. Yes, did the market sell off so you even got more? Great. But I delivered a 40-point trade right off the bat. Okay, let's go to the next one. NVIDIA, 236 top, per my notes. 236 top, bam, 225. There's 225. Per notes, bottom curl, long it. Okay, next one. Apple, short, snap, what I say, 266 area. Once it snaps, stock will come down 258. Stock came down and snapped 253. TDD, 210. If it snapped 208, which it did right here, it would snap back down to 200 and under. Stock snapped right there to 195. Facebook, all right, there's the 163 area, 64. If it snapped 163, stock would come down to 158. There's the 158. Shop, right? There's the 410 level. If it popped to 412, If it didn't, it snapped 395, which is right here. The stock would come down all the way down 10 to 15 points, and it did. 380, 15 points. Docu was another great. This was an earnings play, but after reading the information that I read, I felt the stock was going to sell off today. I felt it was gapping up too much from $70 to 81. I called for a short. If it snapped, I believe I said if it snaps 78 at the open, 80 to 78 at the open, the stock would come all the way down to 72. Stock came down to 72. And Roku. Roku was going to gap fill and sell off. So I called for a short right here. I said it would sell off to 80 and under. There's 80 and under. So trading in this market is so much fun. It really is. It's a blast. But you have to know, the right caliber of stocks to play. I do have my go-tos, and I think over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I've really been pushing go-to stocks. Go-to stocks. Have your go-to stocks. Have your go-to stocks. Go-to stocks are stocks that have big range during volatile times. And if we understand how these stocks are going to trade out, we as traders, like a Netflix, can capitalize on those moves. Case in point, if we know Netflix is going to short and snap at 330, why can't you put in 100 shares in with 30,000 buying power and snap 15 points and make 10 of those and put $1,000 in your bank account? You see my point? Isn't that funner to know that the stock is going to come down? And even if you capture 3, 4, or 5 points on 100 shares with 30,000 buying power, it's still 400 to 500 a day. Remember now, $250 a day is $12.50 a week. $12.50 a week times 4 is $6,000 a month. It's $5,000 a month, right? 12, yeah. But if you can get 300 or 500 a day, that's 2,500 a week. That's 10,000 a month. How hard is it difficult to make 500 in a room? Very realistic to make that kind of money. You can almost pick any of our stocks, put a decent amount of shares in. If they're higher priced, you put lower amounts. Think about it. Let's say you did 50 shares at 330 short, and everyone can short, right? The stock is available all over the platforms. 330 is 15,000 buying power, and you want Tesla, and you want Nvidia or Netflix to give you 10 points. Well, in just 4 minutes of your entry, you scored 10 points. Do you realize on 50 shares you still made $500 for the day? Then you're done for the day. You shut your platform off, you're finished. It's that simple. Okay? So today was a wonderful day to trade again. This whole week has been amazing. We've been on pinpoint almost every day with 100% rating. Um, and I look forward to next week. Next week is going to be a blast. For me, myself, I'm closing out with about $3,000 the last 2 days. That's good for me. I'm good. And next week, I might try to get to, I want to try to stick at 1,500 a day. Yeah. Lucy, shh. Daddy's talking. Oh, the pool man's here in the rain. You want to go outside? All right, traders. So, anyway, thank you for joining us. If you want to be a member in our room over the weekend, just click any of our links, hit it here, and scroll down. And who's Lucy? That's my dog, Henry. My dog. The pool guy's here, so she's growling. Yeah, I have a dog. Yeah, and a picture. I'm in the middle of a webinar, Henry. Okay, and then just scroll down here. You got day, week, month, and if you want to flip to annual, any of these clicks, you will get a one-on-one direct with me where I can listen to you, talk to you for about a 2-hour session, an hour at a time, and I do them on the weekends. And they're really, really valuable because I can see what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right and how I can correct what you're doing. And so, anyway, these are really good one stuff. Outside of that, this is um, nothing short of amazing. Thank you, Ray. Thank you very much. and it was probably one of the most funnest weeks to day trade. And I'm sorry that a lot of you that are listening to this great webinar, I'm sorry that a lot of you are suffering in rooms that don't know how to trade the market, have really no direction, no leadership. But maybe over the weekend you could stop and think for a second, say, you know what, I need to be in Awesome Calls. I need to give them a shot, and hopefully you will, and we won't let you down. All right, so take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Be well, be good, be safe, and I will see you all on Monday morning. Take care.